Hello students, so I welcome you to your third semester of BSc. So I will be handling a mathematics paper. So already I have posted the syllabus. So it contains 3 units. Your first unit is algebra 3. So you have group theory under that. And your second unit is analysis 1. So you have 2 chapters under that. One is sequence of real numbers and series of real numbers. And your third unit is calculus 3. That is nothing but your differential calculus. So your first unit and third unit are continuation of your previous semesters. And your second unit is your new topic. Okay, so we shall start with the second unit, it is analysis 1. So under that we will start with sequences of real numbers. Okay, so before that I want to know whether you people know what is a sequence. I think many of you know what is a sequence. Okay, I think you people know what is a function also. Domain of a function, range of a function, codomain of a function. Yes. So if you don't know, I'll just give you a glance of it. So sequence is nothing but an enumerated collection of objects in which repetitions are allowed and order matters. So sequence is nothing but a collection of objects in which repetition are allowed and also there must be an order for it. Okay, so that is nothing but sequence. In general, sequence we say it is a collection of objects in which repetitions are allowed and order does matter. Okay, now what is a function then? So function is nothing but a relation over two sets that associates to every element of first set exactly one element of second set. Means a function is nothing but a relation where it associates every element of first set to exactly one element of a second set. Means one element from a set, suppose if you take two sets A and B, now we are defining a function from A to B. So function is nothing but a relation which associates every element of your set A to exactly one element of your set B. Okay, so that is nothing but a function. Then what is domain of a function? Now as I told, you have two sets A and B and f is a function which is from A to B. Okay, now that set A is called a domain of a function. So it is nothing but a set of values for which a function is defined. Okay, so your set A is a set of values for which you are going to define a function. So that is nothing but a domain of a function. Means the input values which you are going for which the function satisfies. So set of all inputs for the function which satisfies is nothing but your domain. Okay. Now when you give your inputs, you will be getting your output, right? So that output, set of all outputs, possible outputs, you call it as codomain. Okay. So range is similar to your codomain. So your range can be entire codomain or a subset of your codomain. In your range, you will be having images. Okay. So all this you have studied earlier. Now we shall move on to your chapter, that is sequence of real numbers. Okay, so you know what is a real number. Now what is sequence of real number then? Now see, a sequence, first let us see what is a sequence. So sequence is a function where domain is a set n of all natural numbers and range may be any set S. So sequence is a function where your domain is your natural number and codomain or range can be any set S. Okay, that is nothing but a sequence. Then what is a real sequence? See, a real sequence is a function whose domain is the set n, that is your natural numbers, and range is a subset of your set R, that is your real numbers. So generally if you say sequence, your domain will be your natural numbers and your range can be any set S. Any set yes, okay. But when you talk about real sequence, your domain should be your natural numbers and codomain or range must be a subset of real numbers. So codomain is entire real number set and range is it can be the entire set or a subset of real numbers. Okay. So when your range is your real numbers and where range is your subset of real numbers, then we say it is a real sequence. Okay. So in symbol we write f from n to r or a from n to r. So this is a function from natural number to your real numbers. Okay. Now see this chapter, throughout this chapter we will be discussing about sequence of real numbers. So whenever we say sequence, it is considered as real sequence. So we will not be mentioning it as real sequence often. So since we are talking about sequences of real numbers in this chapter, so throughout this chapter whenever we use a word sequence, it is considered as real sequence. Okay. Next, notation. So if A from n to R be a sequence, if A from n to R be a sequence, then the image of n belongs to n, because see our domain is what? A natural numbers. So images of all the elements of natural numbers will be in your codomain, right? So now the image of n belongs to n, that is n is what? Natural numbers. So the small n takes values what? 1, 2, 3 and so on. Now images will be in the form of a of 1, a of 2, a of 3 and so on. Okay, so these are the images of 1, 2, 3. So you call this elements, that is a of 1, a of 2, a of 3 and so on, you call it as elements or the terms of the sequence. So you call these images as elements or the terms of the sequence. Now for our convenience, we will denote this a of 1 as a1, a of 2 as a2, a of 3 as a3 and so on. Okay. Now the nth term of the sequence is denoted by an. The nth term of the sequence is denoted by an and the sequence itself is denoted by, see, we will be denoting the sequence within the curly braces. Within the curly braces you will be writing an, so this denotes your sequence an, or within angle braces also you can denote. So these are the two notations which we use to denote a sequence. Okay. Also this a1, a2, a3 will be your first term, second term, third term and so on of your sequence. Okay. First term, second term, third term and so on of your sequence. Also note that if mth term and nth term, that is am and an, for m not equal to n, are treated as distinct terms even if am is equal to n. See, if your mth term and nth term are equal, even though m and n values are different. Okay. See, for m not equal to n, if am and an values are equal or same, we treat them as distinct terms. We cannot treat them as same terms. Okay. So this is what we study on the sequence. So if your mth term and nth term are equal, if m is not equal to n, then we will be treating that as distinct terms. Okay. Also a sequence can have only finite number of distinct elements. A sequence may have only a finite number of distinct elements. Okay.